This is a quick little video because look what's arrived today. The Z8. Wow. Okay, so I don't usually do unboxing videos and things like that, but I thought this is something a bit special because, well, it's come really quickly. I didn't think it'd come this quick. I thought it'd be quite a few months away yet. So that's a pleasant surprise, and I'm excited to open it. And I haven't opened it yet, apart from out the cardboard. And I'm a bit apprehensive, and you know, this is my most expensive buy, and that's saying something because, you know, me on this channel, I often buy in trading lenses quite often. This is £4,000, but I did trade in my Z7 Mark II, but didn't get as much as I wanted for it because my harness, which I wear for events, which is great, so good. You can use 2 cameras and 2 lenses, you know, almost straight away. But the metal brackets on these have shined away the edges of the camera, and so it was worth only what I got, 1,350 for a Z7 II. But I did get that like 2.5 years ago, so it's had 2.5 years of use. So it takes the edge off this bad boy. So let's open up. Let's see what we can do. Well, manuals. For once, I might actually need manuals because there's quite a lot different in the menus, isn't it? From, well, apparently. And here we are. You'll see it, yeah. Let's just skip straight to the body because that's the most important thing here. Oh, it doesn't feel too heavy. It feels pretty decent. And there we go. Wow. Okay. If you guys can see it, but wow. Okay. You know, it does. Instinctively, it feels like the D850, and I think, without looking at it, I think it's very similar weight, if not the same weight as the D850 was. Maybe? It feels... I haven't got the battery in yet. That's why it feels so... No, there's no battery. That's why it feels a bit lighter. But, yeah, I mean, I've got my Z6 II here, and do they look that much different, really? I know you've seen loads of these videos on YouTube, but what I'm trying to do is kind of offer... What does that button do? Is it like a joystick or a... Oh, it's for vertical... No, I don't know. What does that button do? Someone tell me. But yeah, I'm trying to offer... We know the specs, we know the facts about the cameras, what it's like to use first off, and with, you know, more than... This actually feels quite a bit lighter, and this has got a battery in. I think it's a third heavier, this is. But it's not too bad. I'm okay with that. So yeah, over the next few weeks, and then I'm not going to rush doing a review of this because it often takes a while to get real life user experience, finding its ins and outs, and even like using the screen. And that's weird. How does that? Oh, doesn't that look a bit weird and fragile? So that goes. I mean, that would be handy, but I think. Oh. So you can do that. That's pretty cool. It doesn't go all the way around, but okay. Put that back before I break it. So what will this camera enable me to do that my Z6 or Z7 can't? I mean, that's how I think about buying lenses and photography things now. What can it enable me to do that I can't before? To justify it, because I'm a photography gear collector. It's my hobby, obviously, as you know on this channel, and a lot of people out there are too. But yeah, so what will this enable me to do? Hopefully it'll enable me to use auto focus and the tracking features, whereas with the Z6 and Z7 I don't feel confident using it. So either for events, capturing people's eyes, and like wildlife photography, capturing birds in flight, hopefully it has good bird eye auto eye focusing and things like that, and that'll enable me to get photos I couldn't before. I mean, when I'm doing photography, every time I take anything, focus is my #1 priority, and frustration sometimes. So will that make life a lot easier with this? And that's what I'm hoping for. Maybe I've got too high expectations. I'm not really sure. Lars is on tour at the moment. He's in Germany doing six-a-side football photography and having a great time over there. So I'll be doing a few little reviews. And I've started the ZFC review, and I'm started making that now, but this is obviously taken over. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there, brilliant ones from Matt Granger and Ricky, doing comprehensive tutorials on what it's capable of and whatnot. But I want to concentrate on the user experience, what it's like from using the Z6 and Z7, now to use the Z8, and is it worth the investment? Is it worth trading in and upgrading? Or is it worth going from DSLR to this? Is this finally the DSLR upgrade we've all been waiting for? Apart from the Z9, of course. This body, so with the Z8, everything is supposed to be a bit better, isn't it? The whole user experience, especially with the EVF and things like that. So maybe all these little things add up to a better user experience compared to the other cameras. And when I go back to them or use them at the same time, it'll really feel different. Or will it feel like it's pretty much an extension of what I already have? But really interesting and exciting to use, and hopefully I won't get buyer's remorse. Oh, and holding it in one hand, it does feel a bit heavy. Now I've got the battery in it, helps. But yeah, I could hold this in one hand without any issue. And this, like, ooh, okay. With the lens, and this is only a 50mm lens on it. It does feel a bit weighty on the wrist, but you know, that's the nature of it. I'm just turning it on now to see what's what and what. Shooting menu bank. What is all this? Tone mode. Tone mode for pictures. What does that mean? Where's the? Oh, it's in automatic mode. Oh, the mode now is digital instead of a switch. So change that to something else. And then you got auto focus, then sub menus of what you want: cat, person, car, plane. Oh my god. And then there's subcategories of wide area. Okay. What? You can go on the internet with this thing? I mean, the network options? What is all this stuff? And what does it do? Can you surf the internet on this screen? Web browser mode. Listen to this. Oh, that's what it sounds like when it's taking a picture. Oh, that's, wow, silent. I like some kind of notification. What does this sound like? Or much prefer that. Let's bring back that sound for this. I mean, there's a lot to discover about this. That sticks out as well, doesn't it? That port there. Not sure. I think this is going to take some setting up and getting used to know what everything does. Have you got your Z8 yet? Are you thinking about getting one? And what are your first experiences with it?